Hello, scale modelers. This week we have issue 72 of the Build Your Own Star Wars X-Wing. And just so you know, they got this issue's Starfighter Aces wrong again, because the article in this is for Padme, and what they put in this one, saying that the supposed to be Temmin Snap Wexley, that was supposed to be the Starfighter Aces for issue 72. So, alrighty. And here are this week's parts. And we are not doing anything with these. We are going to be testing electronics this time around. Alright, and that includes the switch that we got from issue 71. We need to plug that in. And that's the only thing we're taking out of that bag this week. So, alrighty. Let's get to this. Oh, yeah, and also, as far as the wings not sitting straight, in the picture, it seems like maybe they had the wings supported from underneath. These are sitting flat. They just don't look like they're sitting flat because they, like I said, there was no support underneath, so I'm guessing that's the reason why. Alright, but here we go. Rear fuselage assembly. The parts provided are more pieces for the metal cage that forms the framework of the rear fuselage. Keep these until stage 73, as it is important to test that all the electronics are working before you continue to assemble the fuselage. Alright, so making connections. You connected the wing lights and motor in stage 71. To test them, you need to plug in the main switch, remote control antenna, and landing gear lockout switch. You can also test the droid motor and cockpit lights, but to avoid straining the cockpit wire, it should be plugged in after you fit the batteries. All the temporary test connections will be removed at the end of this stage. Alright, I am not going to be testing the cockpit wires, at least on camera here, because in the previous, because those lights, those LEDs were shining so bright through there, I'm trying to see what I can do to actually diffuse it a bit. So far, all I've done was put some black paint inside, and actually some black paint around the clear piece of plastic to actually find out if that's going to work, and inside those little boxes. So far, it's okay so far. I think I need to try a thicker black paint and then go from there. So, we'll see. Alright, step 1. Take the main power switch from issue 71, which is connected to a wire labeled 19. Yep, got that right here. Alright. And step 2, plug it into socket 19 on the circuit board. As access is limited, some long-nosed pliers or heavy-duty tweezers may help. Alright, well, let's... Alright, and then something else that I realized I had done wrong. The plug for 18 for this gear, I had plugged it into this spot because I thought it said 18. I was wrong. 18 is up underneath here, so I had to take it apart and move it over. And lucky I found that mistake, because I had the 18 plug in the 19 socket. So that actually goes right in here. Alright, and that's most of the way in. I think just a little bit more of a push from underneath. And that should be good. That should be in. Alright, step 3. Take the nose cone assembly from stage 37 and unscrew this switch retaining plate. Alright, so we're undoing this. You know, it would be really nice if they tell us to wait to screw the stuff in, so that way, you know, we can do all the stuff that we need to do and then put it in place. So I don't know, but that's my opinion. Okay, and this one right here, that's the number 10 spot right there. And I think, okay, I need the tweezers right here. Why does that not want to go in? Alright, let's see if I can bring it a little bit closer and do this. There we go. Okay. Alright, so that's all taken care of. Alright, and plug it into socket 10 on the circuit board. That was step 5. And, okay, so 6, I have to undo the screws for the antenna. Alright. So, alright, both of those things are unplugged. And this is labeled number 9. And number 9 actually goes right next to number 10 here. Okay. Well, you know, at least they're not lying when they say that it's a tight fit. You know, I'll just use the back. I don't want anything poking. You know, geez. Okay. Alright, I think that's in. Alright. Step 8, plug into socket number 9 on the circuit board. There we go. Okay, and, okay, step 9. Alright, and we got 3 switches alone up off this. Okay. Yeah, step 9. Take the droid motor and gearbox assembly from stage 70. This has 3 leads labeled 15, 16, and 17 and goes this way around on the end of the rear fuselage. Okay. Alright, well, I will actually worry about putting this in the right way when I get these all plugged in. Okay, so we have 15, 16 on this side, so 15 is the one at the top, 16's up underneath that, and 17 is over here. Alright, so I think I'll try to get 17 in first, because I got a little bit more space over here to work with. Alright. Okay, well, probably gonna actually need the tweezers just to line it up right. Okay, let's try these ones. Hopefully those won't push in. Okay, it's in there. Now just get it pushed in. There we go. Okay, and get 16 plugged in. Stop turning on me. Shoot. Whether it's laying flat like it's shown in the magazine or not doesn't really matter, because either you're standing up and trying to do this, or you're sitting down with it standing up. So either way you look at it, it's the exact same issue. It's a bit difficult on a... Alright, you know, whatever, I gotta stand up. Come on, work with me here. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. Yeah, either way you look at this, you know, it's definitely difficult to say the least, because there really is no space at all. Oh, come on. Don't do this. Shoot, okay. Alright, use the handle of the tweezers right here. think that's in all the way now. Okay. Whew. All right. Okay, so yeah, step 9. Okay, step 10, press the droid motor onto its mount at the end of the rear fuselage, but do not screw it in place. Then plug the droid motor lead 15 into socket 15 on the circuit board. And the other two step 10s, plug the droid motor switch lead into socket 16. And then step 11, plug the droid lighting contacts into socket 17. Alright, so we got all that done. Alright, so I am going to turn this around. Alright. Okay. Oh, sorry. Alright. I'm gonna... What? Oh. You gotta be kidding me. Ugh. I guess I'm not gonna be testing that. That wire just literally ended up breaking right off. Okay, that's a no to wire 15. I'll have to try and see if I can get that soldered up. Or resoldered. Okay. Man. What the heck? And it looks like the other one is going to end up freaking coming off too. I gotta see if I have any tape. Shoot. Okay, well, okay, I am going to unplug all of this. Oh, no, don't want to do that. Oh, well, I can just pop it back in later. Alright, well, at least we can... Oh, yeah, I'm so running out of space here. Okay. Okay. Oh shoot, I have the wrong size batteries. Completely forgot they were supposed to be triples. I made sure I had double A's up here. Where? I have a bag of triples up here somewhere. I think there's a double A's in here. Yep, those are doubles. Shoot. Alright, I'm gonna have to go find me some batteries. I'll be back in just a minute. Alright, sorry about that. Okay. Yep, sorry. Alright. I know I don't really have to apologize, but blocking the camera. Okay, and the remote. I'm just hoping that all these batteries work. Okay. Get that moved up out of the way. Okay. Okay, so let's see what this says here. Okay, so fitting the batteries. Your X-Wing is powered by 4 ordinary AAA dry cell batteries, and you need 2 more for the remote control. You will only be fitting the batteries temporarily at this stage, as you don't want the power to come on accidentally while you are still assembling the model. Okay. Put that on there. Put that in. Lay the fuselage back down on the work surface and place the cockpit assembly from stage 64 close enough to it so that you can plug its lead label. Okay, I'm not doing that. Okay, and then put the batteries in the remote. Turn the page. Alright, testing the electronics. Okay, with the temporary connections in place, use the remote control button to check that everything works. If you find a problem, run through the checks in the troubleshooter panel and try again. Alright, step 1. Turn on the main power switch by sliding it across. Okay. Step 2, press the top right button on the remote control to test the laser generators on the wingtips. Okay, I'm not seeing if anything's going on there. So it's possible the batteries aren't even working. Okay. Alright. Okay, now just in case, step 3 here, press the left button to test the engine lights. Once again, all 4 should come on together. Yeah, it's probably just the batteries. I had no idea if the batteries were even working or not. 4 of them I found in a box, so I mean they should, at least those 4 should be working. At least these ones have testers on there. Yeah, that one's good. I think it was just the other one I had plugged in there. Let me see if this one will work. Alright, nothing is working. Okay, so I have to check all the batteries. Okay. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that one's good. That one's good. That one's good. And that one's good. Okay, there should be no reason why, unless this battery's bad. It's probably the only thing is I need to find a working AAA battery. And I don't know if I have another one. Man. Oh, you know, I know where there's one. Yep, nope. Alright, yeah, I got it. Okay. Oh, I hate this running around stuff. Okay. So I got my little tester right here. It was downstairs while I was working on the cockpit. Okay. Alright, and I know for a fact that these batteries work. Okay. Let's see if we can get something to work here. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna lift this up. Okay. And gonna flip it around. Okay. And make sure the switch is on. And push this button. All the batteries are working. Oh God. Okay, so apparently I'm gonna have to this is not good. Okay. All my batteries are working. I don't know what the heck's going on with this thing. Okay, tracing the problems. As you have tested individual items when they were assembled, if something doesn't work, any problems might have occurred during connection. If nothing works, make sure all the batteries are fitted correctly. Try the main power switch in case you turned it on or turned it off instead of on. Step 1 above. And check that it is plugged into the circuit board correctly. Step 2 on page 11. Check that the remote control is correctly assembled. Stage 67. Make sure the antenna is plugged in correctly. Step 8 through 11. If one laser or engine light doesn't work, check it correctly plugged into the circuit board. If the wing, droid, or cockpit buttons don't work, check that the items they control are correctly plugged into the circuit board. Check that the remote control is correctly assembled. If the wings don't stop when they should, check that the sensors 13 and 14 are correctly plugged into the circuit board. If the landing gear lockout doesn't work, check that it is correctly plugged into socket 10 on the circuit board. Okay, so looks like I'm going to have to end up undoing everything and check everything independently, just to make sure it all still works. And then I'm also going to have to get this thing resoldered on this motor. Didn't really want to have to do that. I mean, such brittle little wires, and you know, it was barely even touched at all. Yeah, that would be on. And 9 is in the right spot. Okay, well, I'm going to have to do this off camera, and then I will try and get another video up with me actually testing these. Alright, so until I can figure out what's going on with this, as always, thanks for watching Brian's Builds.